Scholars, my name is Dr. Heather Thayer. I'm the Horn Professor at Henderson State University. I put together these little videos to help you prepare for your region etudes. These are just some quick tips. I don't go through the whole etude, but I just try to focus on some of the harder parts of the etudes, and so you have some idea of how to practice them. A lot of what I talk about can easily be applied to the rest of the etude. This video is on Preparatory Melodies, page 21, number 52. And this is a lovely etude, really pretty. You can be really expressive and just play really beautifully and open in this etude. But it can be a little tricky, okay? Because you're having to jump around a lot and play a lot of different notes very smoothly and beautifully. Right here at the beginning of the etude in the first two measures, we start off with a tricky little passage, okay? So first of all, you want to make sure that you understand the rhythm. We're on 9/8, so we're in 3. We're going to count dotted quarter notes in 3, okay? And then the eighth notes, however you say the subdivisions, each of those beats is divided into groups of 3. So 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 3 lolly, 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 3 lolly. So those first two measures are counted 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 3 lolly, 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 3. Okay? That was actually probably a little fast. You probably could go a little slower than that. But that's how the rhythm works, okay? Now, you also have to slur through all of this, right? And get it to be as smooth as possible. There's several different ways to do that. What I personally would do is start by actually tonguing this. If you watch my other videos, I'm often telling you to slur things instead of things that are tongued. But here I would actually tongue these so that you make sure you get the movement correct, first of all. Get the notes correct, first of all. I would also make it really messy, okay? I like to sort of make the slurs really messy as well, kind of glissandos in between. And again, that's mainly for myself to figure out what it feels like to move between those notes, and so that it kind of shows me how I can make mistakes, and so I can be less careful, okay? And then gradually, you just want to practice being able to make those slurs really smooth, right? I would start with just the first one. So just go. I would just do that much until you can get that really smooth, and then add one note at a time. And then add another note if it was good. Add another note. I could have done a little better, so I'd try it again. Okay, and then you just keep adding one note at a time. Adding one note at a time makes it feel a little bit more possible, right? Instead of having this large passage that you're trying to perfect, you're just perfecting one thing at a time. And so you're just comfortable with the whole lick. I would also do that backwards, so start from the A to the D at the end of the second measure and just go. Then add the D before it. Then the F sharp. Okay, and just work your way backwards as well as forward. And the more time you spend just getting really comfortable with these licks in that way, the more confident you're going to feel and the more beautifully you're going to be able to play. The other thing I wanted to point out in these two measures is in the second measure, there's a crescendo there. That really helps you get the F sharp out, right? If you actually do that crescendo, then that F sharp will speak really nicely for you. The other spot I wanted to talk about in this etude, so basically everything I just talked about in the first two measures can be applied to this entire etude, okay? Especially at measure 9, where you have to slur up to a high G. You want to tongue those notes first. Right, and then gliss them. Right, gliss up to that high G a whole bunch of times. until you feel really comfortable with where you're going, and then gradually then take the gliss out, slur the whole thing, then add the articulations in. Again, going forward add one note at a time, going backwards, add one note at a time, and just, we call woodshed this music, okay? It just takes the time it takes. A lot of people want to be able to just play through etudes and not have to actually work on them. I completely understand, I'm with you. But you want to make sure that you're taking the time. If you want to play them really well, then you need to put in the time on each lick and learn each lick really, really well. Okay? I also wanted to talk about the grace notes. Lots of students like to leave grace notes out, but they're really not that bad. If we look at measure 6, without the grace note, that lick just sounds like this. Okay, I'm playing louder than pianissimo. You would want to play that pianissimo, okay? But when you're practicing, sometimes it helps to play things a little bit louder till you're comfortable with them, and then you can back off on the dynamic level, okay? Now, the grace note just fits right in between the F sharp and the G, okay? And so what I would do is just isolate that spot first. Just play F sharp, A, G, F sharp, A, G, okay? And then just see if you can do all 3 of those notes on that second beat. Until it's really smooth and comfortable, and then put it in the whole lick. And then see if you can play it pianissimo. Okay, and just as easy and smooth as you can make it. Now, I did that really quickly. If you're not able to do that right away, then slow it way, way, way down. So you have lots of space between the F sharp and the G to be able to make that A happen, and then just gradually get faster. Okay? Then you would do the same process with the grace note in measure 8. Okay, just put that grace note that D right in between the B and the C sharp. Slow it way down, isolate it, and then put it back in the large context and speed it up, okay? Just one step at a time. Okay, the other thing I wanted to talk about in this etude is this rhythm at measure 7, okay? I use the counting system 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 3 lolly, okay? And this rhythm in this measure 7 is it's 1 latta li, 2 latta li, 3 latta li, 1, okay? And so that dotted 8th note is held into the second 8th note, and then you play the second half of that second 8th note. That makes it sound really complicated. It's really not. So that rhythm, if I clap from the pick up to measure 7, 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 3 lolly, 1 latta li, 2 latta li, 3 latta li, 1. Okay? Without all the counting, so you can just hear it. 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 3 la. Okay, and if we play it, okay, and that's how that rhythm goes. And so if you have, I hope this helps. I know that it's not the entire etude, but I think from what I've talked about, you can figure out how to practice the other sections of the etude. But if you can't and you're still having trouble, please comment below. I'm happy to make more videos. I'm happy to meet with you individually if you'd like to have some lessons. Just comment below and we will get things taken care of. I hope this helps you, and good luck on your region auditions, and happy practicing.